So put the first two equations together. Can I solve this for P2? Yes, I can. If you're thinking this is going to be long and nasty, it is. But forget that. Forget that. Forget that. Okay? Because we're actually going to find a much easier way to solve this here pretty soon. Okay? So let's subtract 600 and add 3p1. Right? No? So subtract 600 and add 3p1. All right? So those cancel out and those cancel out. And I get minus p2 equals minus 1400 plus 12p1. Right? And now I times this times minus 1. The whole thing times minus 1. So I get p2 equals 1400 minus 12p1. Okay. Now I know the relationship between the price of marshmallows and the price of cocoa. Right? Now I have this other equation. Right? So I can say, look, QD2 equals 1,000 minus 2P1 minus 4 times 1,400 minus 12P1. Yes? And I can say QS2 equals minus 600. Plus 4 times 1,400 minus 12P1. Yeah? Is that exciting? Yeah, it's exciting. And I can solve it. Right? 1,000 minus 2P2 minus, yeah. So I have 1,000 minus 2P2, 2P1 minus 4 times 1,400 minus 12P1 equals 600 minus 600 plus 4 times 1,400 minus 12P1. You're like, really? Are we going to solve this? And the answer is no, we're not going to solve this. But the point is that we could. And the answer turns out to be like 100 and 200 or something still. Right? So we're going to take this. We need to isolate P1 by itself. So we're going to do all of the math, right? You're going to have 1,000 minus 2P1 minus 5,600 plus 48P1 was 12, right? 12. Equals minus 600 plus 5,600 minus 48P1. Okay? Yeah? So this is 46P1 minus 4,600 equals 5,000 minus 48P1. Yes? Add 4,600 to both sides. Add 48P1 to both sides. And you got 9,600 equals, what, 94P1. If I did that wrong. I probably screwed that up somewhere. But figure it out, right? 48 minus 2. It's plus 48 minus. Okay. Are we thrilled? So P1 would be, what, 9,600 over 94. And then I can put that back into the equation and get P2 out, and again, I probably screwed this up somewhere. And you're looking at me like, really? You went to all this trouble to make a video and you screwed it up? And my answer is probably yes, I probably did screw it up. Because what I would want is, should have designed this to be like 100 and 200. So I probably screwed this up again. Right? 56, 56. Oh, what? See, you should have yelled at me. Yes? Yes, I'm subtracting that. Yeah. I'm a mess. Am I not a mess? No, I got that right. Plus 46. 5,000. That should work, but it's probably wrong. And yeah, you're like, really? I signed up to take a class from you, and we'll all figure it out, and I'll come back and I'll do it again. All right. So just a couple other things that we need to remind ourselves of. One is the quadratic equation. Well, first is exponents. Exponents. Okay? Exponents are x to the n power. What do we know about exponents? Well, x to the 0 power is 1. X to the 1 power is x. X squared means x times x. X cubed means x times x. Hopefully we know that. Yes? Do we know that? Do we know that? I hope we know that. Okay? What else do we want to know here, though? X to the minus p is 1 over x to the p. So x to the minus 2 is 1 over x squared. Okay? xa times xb equals x to the a plus b. So x squared times x cubed equals x to the 5th. And you're like, okay, but it is, right? X squared is x times x. X cubed is x times x times x. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's x to the 5th. Okay? Xa to the b power, on the other hand, is xa times b. All right? You're so excited. Xa to the b power equals xab. So x squared cubed is x to the 6th. X squared is xx, right? 3 of those, that's x squared. I'm not dividing here. That's x squared. Those two are x squared, and those two are x squared. So 3x squared is x to the 6th. X 2 times 3. Okay? Fun? And then the last one is xa divided by xb is xa minus b. So x to the 4th over x squared equals x to the 4 minus 2 is x squared. So that's x times x times x times x over x times x. All of those cancel out, and I have x squared. Okay. Okay. So our last thing is the quadratic equation. A quadratic looks like this. 0, right? 0. And we solve those puppies by this formula. Now, if you're bored, you can go out onto YouTube, and there's a whole bunch of videos about easier ways to solve quadratic equations. And you're welcome to go look at the videos of easier ways to solve quadratic equations, which, yeah, might be easier ways, I don't know, but seriously, if we do it this way, then everybody in the universe understands what you're doing. So we have this equation. Minus b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay? And you're saying, yeah, I vaguely remember that from school at some point. So let's try this. Here's my quadratic equation. So here's b, right? There's a, that's b, that's c. Okay? Everybody with me on this? So I have minus 10 plus or minus the square root, yes, of 10 squared minus 4 times 2 times minus 100 divided by 2 times 2. Okay. So I have minus 10 plus or minus the square root of 100. So that's minus 100 times 2 times 4, yes, is minus 800 over 4 equals minus 10 plus or minus the square root of 900 over 4. Okay? So again, I have minus 10 plus or minus the square root of 900 over 4 equals minus 10 plus or minus 30 divided by 4. So that's two possibilities, right? Minus 10 plus 30 over 4, which is 20 over 4 is 5. Or minus 10 minus 30 over 4 is minus 40 over 4 is minus 10. So those are the two answers. The two answers are 5 and minus 10. And how do we know that? Well, A, right? 2x squared plus 10x minus 100 equals 0. So 2 times 5 squared plus 10 times 5 minus 100 equals 50 plus 50 minus 100, in fact, equals 0. Or 2 times minus 10 squared plus 10 times minus 10 minus 100 is 200 minus 100 minus 100 equals 0. What could be more fun? Well, the answer to what could be more fun is what we're going to do next, which is linear algebra, which is a total blast and something that you'd probably want to get your mom and your sisters and brothers to all learn with you because it's so much fun. Okay? We're good? We're good. What? I said we're good, but what are we going to do? Yes? That's what we're going to do.